My friends always expected me to cover dinner. Watching them realize I wasn't going to was priceless. For 3 years, I paid every single check when our friend group went out. Last Friday, I watched 4 grown adults stare at a bill for 40 minutes waiting for me to reach for it. It started innocently enough. Back when I got my first real job after college, I made more than most of my friends. So when the check came, I'd just grab it. It felt good to treat people I cared about. They'd say thanks, promise to get the next one, and that was that. Except the next one never came. Somewhere along the line, it stopped being generosity and became an expectation. Heather would order the most expensive entree without glancing at prices. Tina would get 2 appetizers for the table that only she ate. Renee would add drinks and dessert like the menu had no numbers. And Jackie, the worst of all, started inviting her boyfriend without asking, knowing I'd cover him too. I did the math once. Over 3 years of monthly dinners, I'd spent over $11,000 on these women. Exposed, it's easily a rent for half a year. The part that really stung was what happened 6 months ago. I lost my job during layoffs. Told the group I needed to cut back on spending until I found something new. Heather's response was to suggest we go somewhere cheaper, so I could still afford to treat everyone. Not once did any of them offer to cover me. Not once did anyone say, let us get this one. They just picked a less expensive restaurant and kept ordering like nothing changed. I found a new job 2 months later. Better pay, better hours. Didn't tell them about the raise. Started paying attention to how they talked about me when they thought I wasn't listening. Caught Tina telling someone at a party that I was obsessed with paying for everything. And it was kind of sad, like she's buying friendship. Heather once joked that I was their sponsor. Jackie called me the wallet to her boyfriend right in front of me, then laughed like it was a term of endearment. That's when I decided to run an experiment. Last Friday, we met at our usual spot, a nice Italian place with cloth napkins and bread service. Everyone ordered exactly how they always did. Heather got the lobster ravioli. Tina ordered 2 appetizers and a cocktail. Renee added a bottle of wine for the table. Jackie brought her boyfriend again and he ordered a steak. The bill came. The waiter set it in the center of the table. I kept talking to Renee about her sister's wedding like I hadn't noticed. Took a sip of my water. Checked my phone casually. The black check holder sat there untouched. 5 minutes passed. Heather glanced at it, then at me. I smiled and asked Tina about her new apartment. 10 minutes. Jackie shifted in her seat. Her boyfriend looked confused. Nobody moved. 15 minutes. The waiter came by and asked if we needed anything else. Heather said we were fine. Still, nobody reached for the check. 20 minutes. Tina excused herself to the bathroom. Came back and sat down. Looked at the check, then at me, then at her phone. 30 minutes. The table had gone mostly silent. Jackie whispered something to her boyfriend. He shrugged. Renee started picking at the leftover bread like she was waiting out a storm. 35 minutes. Heather finally broke. So are we going to split this or what? Everyone looked at me. I pulled out my phone calculator. Sure, let's see. Heather, yours is 47 with a tip. Tina, you had the appetizers and cocktail, so 62. Renee, the wine was 45, so that's yours plus your meal. Jackie, you and your boyfriend together are 93. Dead silence. What? I said. You asked if we're splitting it. I'm splitting it. Heather's face went red. You always just cover it. I used to. When I thought we were friends who happened to let me treat them sometimes, not friends who expected me to subsidize their lifestyle every single month for 3 years. Jackie scoffed. It's not that serious. $11,000, I said calmly. That's how much I've spent on dinners for this group. I did the math. You called me the wallet to your boyfriend's face. So no, I'm not covering tonight. The waiter came back, asked if we wanted separate checks. I said yes please, and listed exactly what each person ordered. He nodded and walked away without blinking. 4 separate cards went down on that table. 4 women who'd never once offered to pay for me in 3 years suddenly had to pay for themselves. We haven't had a group dinner since. Heather unfollowed me on social media. Tina sent a long text about how I embarrassed everyone, and she needed space. Jackie never responded to my last message. The funny thing is, I don't miss them. I miss who I thought they were, but those people never existed. The real ones just saw me as someone who would always pick up the check. Some friendships are only as deep as your wallet. Good to finally know which kind I had.